March 13, 2018, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time. March 13, 2018, 8:19 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time. Basketball, English, Villanova Wildcats, NCAA Division I, Arizona Wildcats, Clemson Tigers, Davidson Wildcats, Duke Blue Devils, Kansas Jayhawks, Kansas State Wildcats, Kentucky, Memphis Tigers, Toledo Rockets. The Villanova Wildcats are favored to win the NCAA Tournament for the second time in 3 seasons. Watch NCAA basketball with Fubo TV. March Madness is in full swing with a plethora of conference tournament upsets and underdogs punching their ticket to the 2018 NCAA Tournament. The Villanova Wildcats are favored to win the national championship for the second time in 3 seasons, according to the most recent odds released by BetOnline.ag. Last season's NCAA Tournament winners, the North Carolina Tar Heels, are listed at 2,000 to repeat, while their hated rivals Duke are the Wildcats' biggest competition at 550, according to oddsmakers. Here's a look at the early betting odds to win the 2018 NCAA Tournament. Updated odds to win 2018 NCAA Tournament: Villanova 5/1, Virginia 5/1, Duke 6/1, Michigan 8/1, Michigan State 8/1, Arizona 12/1, Kansas 14/1, Purdue 15/1, North Carolina 18/1, Cincinnati 22/1, Xavier 22/1, Gonzaga 28/1, Kentucky 28/1, West Virginia 40/1, Texas Tech 45/1, Wichita State 45/1, Florida 55/1, Tennessee 60/1, Auburn 65/1, Missouri 65/1, Ohio State 80/1, Houston 100/1, Rhode Island 100/1, Texas A 200/1, Seton Hall 200/1, Texas 200/1, Loyola Chicago 250/1, North Carolina State 250/1, Butler 300/1, Creighton 300/1, Florida State 300/1, UCLA 300/1, Arizona State 500/1, Kansas State 500/1, Marshall 500/1, Montana 500/1, Nevada 500/1, New Mexico State 500/1, Providence 500/1, Stephen F. Austin 500/1, Syracuse 500/1, Virginia Tech 500/1, Wright State 500/1, Bucknell 700/1, St. Bonaventure 750/1, Buffalo 1000/1, Murray State 1000/1, South Dakota State 1000/1, CS Fullerton 2000/1, Charleston 2000/1, Georgia State 2001, NC Greensboro 2000/1, Pennsylvania 2000/1, Iona 5000/1, New Brooklyn 5000/1, Lipscomb 5000/1, NC Central 5000/1, Radford 5000/1, Texas Southern 5000/1, UMBC 5000/1. Odds to win East Region: Villanova 10/11, Purdue 5/2, West Virginia 7/1, Texas Tech 8/1, Wichita State 8/1, Florida 15/1, Alabama 40/1, Arkansas 40/1, Butler 40/1, Virginia Tech 40/1, UCLA 60/1, Marshall 300/1, Murray State 300/1, St. Bonaventure 300/1, Stephen F. Austin 300/1, CS Fullerton 1000/1, Radford 2000/1, New Brooklyn 5000/1. Odds to win Midwest Region: Duke 3/2, Michigan State 2/1, Kansas 9/4, Auburn 12/1, Clemson 20/1, TCU 20/1, Rhode Island 30/1, Seton Hall 30/1, North Carolina State 60/1, Arizona State 80/1, New Mexico State 80/1, Oklahoma 80/1, Syracuse 100/1, Bucknell 300/1, Charleston 300/1, Pennsylvania 1000/1, Iona 2000/1. Odds to win South Region: Virginia 11/10, Cincinnati 11/4, Arizona 4/1, Kentucky 6/1, Tennessee 7/1, Miami, Florida 30/1, Creighton 60/1, Davidson 60/1, Kansas State 60/1, Loyola Chicago 60/1, Nevada 60/1, Texas 60/1, Buffalo 200/1, Wright State 250/1, Georgia State 1000/1, UMBC 5000/1. Odds to win West Region: Gonzaga 5/2, North Carolina 5/2, Michigan 3/1, Xavier 4/1, Houston 12/1, Ohio State 12/1, Missouri 20/1, Texas A. Bonaventure vs UCLA, -4, NC Central vs Texas Southern, -5.5, Arizona State vs Syracuse, -1, odds as of March 13. This article will be updated throughout March and NCAA Tournament.